Hello everyone, I will be going through all my tank saves. So this is the ACL 171B, a tank developed by the Malonians to fight or fend off enemies from their territory. And a friend of mine is coming in at the end of the video. This is the Sturmtiger. It's a tank made to destroy forts, house, tanks, basically a lot of things. This is the track variant I made. This is the Mark I tank I made. It's called Mark I testing because I was testing my Mark I tank. I might ask you guys if we'll remake it or no. Also, it might come in a movie I'm making. The movie has no confirmed date, but it will be somewhere next month. The Tiger I was a German heavy tank of World War II that operated beginning in 1942 in Africa and in the Soviet Union, usually in independent heavy tank battalions. It gave the German army its first armored fighting vehicle that mounted the 8.8 cm quick 36 gun. 347 were built between August 1942. Go check out my L333 video. The Jagdpanzer 38, originally the Leichter Panzerjäger 38, known mostly post-war as Hetzer, was a German light tank destroyer of the Second World War based on a modified Czechoslovakian Panzer 38 chassis. The Panzer I was a light tank or tankette produced in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. Its name is short for Panzerkampfwagen I, abbreviated as PSKW I. The tank's official German ordnance inventory designation was SD KEFS 101. Design of the Panzer I began in 1932 and mass production began in 1934. The TOG 2, officially known as the heavy tank TOG 2, was a British super heavy tank design produced during the early stages of World War II in the case that the battlefields of northern France devolved into a morass of mud, trenches and craters as had happened during World War II. The KV-44 was a Soviet fake super-heavy multi-turreted machine made to Thanos snap German forces in 1941 to 1945. It had a ton of guns, and it was indeed a hard tank to make. The T-35 was a Soviet multi-turreted heavy tank of the interwar period and early Second World War that saw limited production and service with the Red Army. Often called a land battleship, it was the only 5-turreted heavy tank in the world to reach production, but proved to be slow. The Panther tank, officially Panzerkampfwagen V Panther with ordnance inventory designation SD KEFS 171, is a German medium tank of World War II. It was used on the Eastern and Western fronts from mid-1943 to the end of the war in May 1945. The Panzerkampfwagen E100 was a German super heavy tank Design developed towards the end of World War II, the largest of the entwickling series of tank designs intended to improve German armored vehicle production through standardization on cheaper, simpler to build vehicles. Same thing as the first one, just worse tracks and no exhaust. KV-204, a heavy assault tank with the M10 152 mm howitzer. The KV-2 was produced at the same time as the KV-1. Due to the size of its heavy turret and gun, the KV-2 was slower and had a much higher profile than the KV-1. I will make a tutorial for the KV-2 at 590 subscribers. The Panzerkampfwagen III, commonly known as the Panzer III, was a medium tank developed in the 1930s by Germany and was used extensively in World War II. The official German ordnance designation was SD Kefs 141.
This was my first Moz tank ever.
Sturmdiger was a World War II German assault gun built on the Tiger I chassis and armed with a 3.8 ohm rocket-propelled mortar. The official German designation was Sturmserwagen 6064 MIT 38 cm Ru 61. Its primary task was to provide heavy fire support for infantry units fighting in urban areas. The most realistic tank I've built. Panzerkampfwagen 8 Moz was a German World War II super heavy tank, completed in late 1944. It is the heaviest fully enclosed armored fighting vehicle ever built. Enjoy the montage of me hurting my fingers. Same thing as the T-35 with tracks. I see my friend. He is coming now.
Hello everyone, I am Medium Speakerman.
Yay, this is my friend.
I am his friend. He will give you a tutorial in me when we hit 700 subscribers.
Good idea. Let's hit 700 subscriber for his tutorial. The M3 Lee, officially medium tank, M3, was an American medium tank used during World War I. The turret was produced in two forms, one for us needs and one modified to British requirements to place the radio next to the commander. The Carovalos 33 or L333 was a tankette originally built in 1933 and used by the Italian Army before and during World War II. It was based on the imported British Carden Lloyd tankette. Many CV-33 seconds were retrofitted to meet the specifications of the CV-35 in 1935.
It's his old MAUs.
The 12.8 cm Selbstfahrerfahrt of VK 30.01 Sturer Emil, also called Panzer Selbstfahrerfahrt V, was an experimental World War II German self-propelled anti-fortification gun. It was based on the Henschel VK 30.01 chassis and armed with a Rheinmetall 12.8 cm Canon 40 L61 gun. Here is a size comparison with a melon head. Look at this, look how powerful this shell is. Around 10 people. Please don't squish me.